Yeah, there's a lot of information being put out there today. I'm not going to talk anything like a doctor. I'm not a doctor. A lot of times I don't like to go to the doctor, but they are really smart, the ones that are on our side, anyways. Hey, so Move the Needle is a grassroots organization to try to hold elected officials accountable. Okay, so Deb came up earlier. She's talked about signing affidavits, holding people accountable, and you have leaders. You got to have an army behind them, right? You got to have people that are willing to get to the front line, like our military here, be the tip of the spear and take a bullet if you have to. Okay? That's what Move the Needle is, and that's who our people are. They're fighters. They're people like you and I that are hardworking. They've got families. They'd rather go on vacation camping, but today we got to fight for our liberty. All right? There's a lot of talk about vaccinations and stuff today, but I just want you to picture, we got any preppers out here, any earthquake preppers or any prepper for, shit going down? So just think about you got a bucket full of water, and there's one hole in the middle. That's the election integrity. And water is going out of your bucket. And you think, oh, let me just plug that problem right there. And then you got critical race theory. Here comes another hole. And then you got taxes. And watch yourself there, baby. You got the 1619 project, right? You got churches that have been closed, right? I'm in the Knights of Columbus. I can't even go to a service if I don't have the vaccine, right? That's another hole. So what we have is we have a bucket with a lot of holes in it. And what we need is a lot of people to get off the couch and to participate in the process of fighting back, okay? Now, I could tell you from experience, there's probably a couple hundred people here. Only 20 people here will participate. Okay? Only 20 people. And you're one. I got three here. But the odds are people don't want to have their face put out on public for cancel culture and for shaming. Okay? But at the end of the day, you're going to be canceled out anyways. All right? So Move the Needle. We started in Ventura County. Just a real quick 30-minute story. Is 2 years ago, all I did was vote. I wasn't even into politics. My wife would tell me how to dress. She tells me how to vote. She tells me when I'm wrong. She never tells me I'm right. But she would tell me what to do. 2 years ago, I was sitting on a couch watching Brett Kavanaugh get hammered by the Democrat senators, and it put some anger in me that I did not know I had. A year later, I started Move the Needle to try to figure out what I can do to change the world. I got on this group called Conservative Dads of Conejo Valley, thinking, hey, they're conservative people. They got to be like-minded. That day, somebody posted that a kid with blue hair pushed a girl, took her sign that said, honk for supporting police, and then the girl ended up leaving. So I see this post on there, and I'm like, oh, no, that's not right. So I jumped in my truck, and I went down there, and she was gone. That next day, we had 10 people for a rally. Right? The next day after that, we had 20 people for a rally. Now Move the Needle has over 1,000 people, grassroots effort, that are fighting back. And some of them are right here. Barbara's here. Yvette, she yells at me all the time. But we don't just, if you ever driven down 101 and you see the overpass rallies, yeah, that's our group, okay? That's our group. We're there today. And I was there on all four overpasses today with people with signs and flags to show people that there's a fight left in America. And a lot of people, when I was driving up here, I had my flags flying on my truck. People come by and they're like, yes. And the smile on their face is, the cavalry is here, right? We need to be the cavalry, all right? So I know these guys are a little short on time, so here's my deal. Our website is movetheneedle-ca.org, okay? I have some business cards if you want to say hello after this. I have some business cards to give you. If you send me an email, we'll create a Santa Barbara County group, and you guys can drive Santa Barbara. We'll continue to drive Ventura. We have an LA County group, but together we take the whole freaking area. All right? All right. I'm going to look at Justin. I'm just going to tease Justin a little bit. So the other thing, if you look around, most of the people here are over 40 years old. Right? Our kids are not here fighting, right? There's some good kids that are fighting. Paige is here fighting. But it's not nowhere. But I could tell you this. When we're on a rally and we're on the overpass, the most common person to flip us off is a young woman between the ages of 17 and 25. Okay? This is from our school system. Okay? So you may not be energized by election integrity or CRT, but you should be very involved in the school districts to take them back and get our kids back on track on being good stewards of our country. All right? So thank you very much. You guys have a good time.